What's the difference between discipline and motivation? We're going to be talking about that coming up. Hey, how's it going? I'm Isaac. Thanks for joining here. I'm Motivation Inspired. Let's see, where do I start here? Motivation versus discipline. We're going to be talking about that here in just a second here. But you know, the crazy thing is, you're watching this on a algorithm. You still haven't subscribed yet. So go down and click on the subscribe button here and go ahead and share, like this video, tell people about this channel because they're going to need to hear it, okay? Anyhow, I wanted to share something that's in my heart. When I started Motivation Inspired nearly 4 years ago, I needed to find a place where I need to get started on, okay? And I searched high and low. I checked out all these different motivational speakers. And by the way, every one of them have their own talent, like mine, okay? Mine is going through a journey and just being relatable stories so people can connect with the motivation behind what I'm sharing with you here. So as I was on my journey looking for, I'm telling you, just for me, it was, I need to find out exactly how to get moving in life and just finding direction, okay? I always say this, and I will always say this, and how I got started was from my pastor. My pastor who preached a sermon on dreams. And I needed to hear that word, and it was so relevant to me that I needed to do something for myself. Okay, so anyone can dream big, and things can actually happen, right? Well, that's what happened to me. I started doing my research. I went to Google like everybody else does, you know, and I got to tell you, it's something that for me, it was different. I'm not going to name the names of the motivational speakers. You may know them, and really, you need to focus on this motivational speaker because, and I'm not just trying to tell you that, but you know, you're more than welcome to go ahead and listen to the motivational speaker who actually can get you where you need in life. So, what is the difference between motivation and discipline? Do you know? Well, I'm going to share that with you. Motivation is a self starter, okay? And you got to start somewhere, like I did. I started, like I said, a finding point to get motivated, and it's just a battery charger. You know, you get a charge, a little surge to get you off your feet and do something. Okay, so you got to understand that you know, a motivation is just a boost to get you started and get off from your feet and do something about it. Okay, now discipline. Discipline is where you have to realize that once you already got yourself into a position to find your goals out, that's where you have to say to yourself, okay, now I found the goals that I need in life. What do I need to do to keep on going? Discipline comes right after motivation. Okay? Now, when you are disciplined, you got to put yourself in a position to where you have boundaries to stay committed to everything you do. Okay? Now, you can see the discipline in people. It's very, very, very simple to see that because why? They were motivated at one point and they now are consistent, moving forward, being disciplined, saying no when they're supposed to say no, say yes when they're supposed to say yes. And it's part of the discipline that you need to develop, okay? During that time, you will start growing your discipline, okay? You'll be growing, and before you know it, it gets stronger and stronger, and now you become wiser, and you're now dealing with people around you. Are Your atmosphere starts to change, okay? Why? Because you're disciplined. Because people start looking at you totally different, okay? Now, that's where you get the respect and you get the honor of what you're doing. You're getting back a great feedback on people who want to sponge off of you, and they're gonna say, "Hey, how did you do it? How did you get to this point? How did you get from A to Z?" And that's going to be very rewarding because these are people who want to find a common ground to be disciplined. Where does it all start? Motivation. That's right. Motivation is your starting point. That's your point, and you got to keep the engine running. Okay? The engine running is your discipline behind everything you do. Okay, look, I get it. Life circumstances do happen in life, and there's something that you need to do and pick up again. This I'm there. You're there. You're actually giving yourself a boost, and you're telling yourself, "Hey, I need to get to the point where I need to be disciplined." Okay, and once you get to that point, for many of you, you're probably there right now, and that's great. Okay, but for many of you that are watching this, I'm telling you, you got to find what you need to do. I All over this channel, I've talked about how you spend your time, valuable time, away from social media. Okay, look, everybody likes social media. Okay, there's limitations. What to watch, what not to watch, what gets you. You gotta put yourself in a position where you have limitations. TV. Not everything on TV is great. Okay, not everything is. I'm telling you, that things that are gonna distract you from what you need to do. That's where the discipline comes. You got to put yourself in a position to be disciplined and say no when you're supposed to say no. Because how do you expect to get to where you need in life if you're still watching TV, if you're still looking at social media, if you're still distracted on anything that gets you away from being disciplined and staying focused on everything you do? Okay? It's not going to happen overnight. Look, I'm still in that process. And I still will continue to be in that process because I'm developing a stronger growth in discipline. It's going to take time. And you got to know what your limitations are. You got to say, when is it enough? Enough is enough. It's over. Take away your distractions. Maybe your friends who you've been since high school. They haven't changed. Those guys haven't changed. Yeah, they're your friends. Are they still your friends? Are these the people that are going to hold you back? Now, I'm not saying some friends have. Hopefully, those friends succeeded in life, and you're chasing after that dream as well. That they're encouraging you to find that dream to be. So some of the friends in high schools are great. Some of the high schools are maybe your past acquaintances through your job. I never make any friends at work, but I have people who I work with, and therefore, for me, they're only acquaintances. That's right, they're only acquaintances, because I don't make friends outside of work at all. Not at all. Okay, so you got to put yourself, like I said, there's limitations. You got to figure that out on your own. Hopefully, that actually helps you out, because that's where I come in to help you get motivated. But it's up to you to keep the engine running. That's right. You got to get that's what you need to do. Keep the engine running, and you have to figure out how you're going to do that. Okay, I'm only here to share my life experiences for the reason for you to be motivated, to get off your feet and say, I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something that's going to help me in the long run. There you have it. You know the difference between discipline and motivation. Hopefully this actually helps you out here. You know the difference here. Motivation is just a starter, and you need to have discipline. We'll see you in the next video.